Mother Nature is clearing out her winter closet. This is video out of Greenwood as News 8 tracks the heavy snow sweeping across the Hoosier State tonight. Thanks for joining us on Wish TV. I'm Tim Spears. Hope you're warm and staying safe. News 8 has live team coverage across central Indiana, on the roads, at the airport, and on the ground as the snow falls. But we start with Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist Ashley Brown for the latest. Ashley?
All right, so the totals that we gave you on Friday, we're on track for those totals. It looks perfect as far as our totals are concerned, but it looks messy on the roadways. Live in Carmel right now, this is the view. You'll notice snow-covered roads, of course, can't see much of anything from this view. And this is what it looks like if you're traveling on Interstate 69 there near State Road 44. Once again, roads are snow-covered in many locations. Now, if I show you the visibility map, I know it looks like a snow map, but what this is visibility. The brighter the white, the lower the visibility. So you have snow-covered roads and you have very low visibility in spots. So it's very difficult to see what's in front of you, which is not a good thing, of course, when you have snow-covered roads. So my advice to you, if you don't have to go out, stay at home in this system. This is our radar. You can get a view of it as well by scanning that QR code in the bottom of your screen. Most of us in the blue, that's the heavier snow, and we're snow-covered right now inside the 465 loop up 69 along 70, dealing with heavy snow. As expected, the heaviest snow sitting along and south of Interstate 70 as higher totals are coming in. I've received your emails and your calls. If you're in Tipton and Howard County, you've been saying, where's my snow? Well, here it is. You've had a dry slot sitting over you, but they're starting to overcome that dry slot. And if you're in Tipton County and in Howard County saying, where's my snow? Here it comes. It's going to move in there slowly. Now, roads are snow covered, but I want to show you areas of concern. See, in Brownsburg, as I look here, you see the darker blue. It says heavy snow on the roads here. I need you to stay off the roads in those locations. Once again, snow-covered roads all around central Indiana right now. Now, I'm here with you, of course, taking a look at the radar. Meteorologist Drew Narcisus is here as well, and he's taking a look at snowfall totals and what we've seen so far.
Yeah, so this is actually the update as of 4 p.m. We're still waiting on the National Weather Service. It seems like they're doing one every 3 hours. So this is likely around an inch or maybe an inch and a half higher than what we currently have going on the ground. So lots of locations around central Indiana are mimicking that as well. Here are some of the nice high snowfall totals here in central Indiana. You can see Shelbyville close to about 5 inches, Eagle Creek 4.5, Franklin 4, Terre Haute and Bloomington both at about 3.5, and roadways messy around our region, lower visibility. You heard it from Ashley. So unfortunately, that's going to be something we continue to struggle with through the evening hours. We can see all the way up until 9, 10 o'clock. Pretty heavy snow here still in central and northern parts of the region where you're talking about those counties off north. Tonight will certainly be your time for some snow, and then it looks like we weaken things overnight with one more hurrah of some heavy snow later in the morning hours in central and southern parts of the state. So for this evening, get ready. It's going to be messy at best and, of course, just dangerous out there on the roadways at worst, and we'll continue to see these conditions early tomorrow morning as well.
All right, thanks, Drew. IT-Mate's Cody Fisher is live on the roads headed south through Whiteland in the mobile news tracker. Cody, what are you seeing?
Yeah, what's in right now, we're on 65 South, just south of Whiteland. And if you just take a look out of the front of our mobile news tracker right now, you can see some of the conditions that we're dealing with. Now, in the past 20 minutes, we have seen a plow out on the road, laying down some salt, plowing to make sure that at least one of the lanes is passable. The conditions are slippery at times. We've already seen a truck basically kind of fishtail, didn't hit anybody, but we did see that as well. But I would say one of the biggest things, and Ashley touched on this just a few minutes ago, is the visibility. If you can see out of the front of our vehicle, we maybe have 2 football fields of visibility in front of us, but we're going to be monitoring that as we go further south. Our plan is to be going to Nashville, Indiana, and then also then over to Bloomington as well to kind of check out the Brown County, Marone County area. So Tim, just check back with me in a little bit, and then I'll let you know where we're at and what the conditions are doing there.
All right, will do. Thanks, Cody. Here's a live look at the state travel advisory map. Every county south of Hamilton is under at least an advisory. The southern counties in red are in a travel warning where people are directed to refrain from all travel. Let's get back outside for a look at conditions on the ground. News 8's Kyla Russell joins us live downtown where some fat flakes are falling. Kyla.
Yeah, Tim, so we are here downtown tracking exactly what's going on with the snowfall. I actually brought my ruler out so that I can show you exactly how much snow we're getting. So let's take a look here. Looks like just under 3 inches so far here near the State House. But of course, I mean, as Ashley said, a lot of people are doing their job. They're staying inside, staying warm. But I have seen some kiddos out enjoying the snow. And of course, that's great. Some of these Marion County schools don't go back until later on this week from winter break. But of course, when out in the snow, there are some dangers with that. I spoke to an emergency room pediatrician right here in Indianapolis who talked about some of the dangers that they see, when it gets like this, when it's cold like this in kiddos. She said the biggest concern is hypothermia. Now, of course, hypothermia is what happens when your body is losing more heat than it's producing, and it happens faster in kids than it does in adults. She said it's important to make sure you always have a plan with your kiddos when you send them out in the snow. Warn them that it may be time to come in, in 10 or 20 minutes. But of course, also make sure that they're layered up. They have gloves on and the appropriate clothes. But she also gave me some tips as far as if you do think they're experiencing some frostbite or hypothermia, what exactly to do. Listen to that here.
So if you're worried that your child has hypothermia, that is a true emergency and they need help. But while you're waiting for help to arrive, move them to a warm area and get them out of any damp or wet clothing, get them into warm clothing.
Now, of course, it's not just kids that face hypothermia and being cold like that. If you are an adult and you are feeling some of those effects, it's important to make sure you also get warm. So here's the thing to do. There's warming centers all across the city of Indianapolis. Make sure that you call the Mayor's Action Center to find out exactly which ones are open and when. We went to a few ourselves and saw that some of them are closed. It might depend on the hours or what exactly is going on. So make sure you call that number on your screen to make sure you get some guidance on that. But of course, we'll continue to keep you updated, Tim, and bring you the latest here on Wish TV and WishTV.com. But for now, I'll send it back to you there in the studio.
And it's important. Keep that number in mind, especially if your power goes out during the storm. Thanks, Kyla. IT Mate's Kat Sandoval takes us to the Indianapolis International Airport, where the snow is causing major trouble for travelers.
We're here at Indianapolis International Airport. There were more than 100 flight cancellations and more than 50 flight delays. And if you see up here on this monitor, you could see the red canceled flights. The top 3 airlines experiencing delays and cancellation include Republic, American Airlines, and Southwest. We spoke to one family from Florida whose flight was supposed to be on an Allegiant flight today.
We're supposed to be on a flight at 6:50 and got a cancellation about noon. So we rebooked it for tomorrow morning and got a cancellation about an hour later on that. So here we are.
The Holt family tells me they could drive, but it's risky.
We're from Florida. We don't drive in snow.
We don't.
So we're on our own here.
For now, they said staying at a hotel could be an option. Airport spokespersons say they have 50 to 60 equipment to help with the snowstorm, and that includes plows and liquid tankers. Experts tell me to check your airlines for any flight delays or cancellation. Reporting in Indianapolis, I'm Kat Sandoval, IT Mate, Wish TV, WishTV.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
Several schools have also called off in-person classes on Monday. Perry Township will have e-learning. You can stay on top of that and the other impacts of the winter weather all weekend at WishTV.com. Scan the QR code on your screen to find our live radar, travel advisories, and the latest outlooks from our local team of meteorologists.